Hey there, what's happening? Joe with Train Out of Pain, coming to you today with some rainy conditions, so I got a little bit of hood on, but I'm still outside, still spending my time outside as much as I can, which I encourage you to do too. So, something a little different today. Very different actually. I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers with this, and I hope to actually. Something that I want to tell all of you watching these videos is that I am not for everybody. And what I mean by that is, for the people who are hoping that their doctor is going to give them a magic pill to heal overnight, I am not for you. For you people who want to hold on to your diagnosis and make it your identity, I'm definitely not for you. For the people who don't want to put any effort into their own health, please stop following me now. And I say that because, not that I'm trying to be abrasive, I say that because I want to work with the people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to work with the people that have suffered more than enough and are tired of suffering. That's where I was. And I realized after 6+ years of incredible suffering, ending up in a wheelchair with a handicap placard and no longer able to work, I realized that I needed to take care of this myself. So that's what I did. I became my own doctor. And I learned everything I could about fibromyalgia so that I can now be 16 months symptom-free. I can now sleep 7 to 9 hours a night and have no IBS issues. Don't have restless leg issues anymore. These are all things that I have studied. These are all things that I've overcome on my own, naturally, with no drugs, no supplements, just using nature. Now, with that being said, some of the things that I see quite often when I go on to different fibromyalgia groups online, which I'm only on a couple now because they're all so incredibly negative, something that I see a lot is people requesting others' awareness of their condition. And I get that. I get where you're coming from. I was 36 years old and barely walking and had old people looking at me like, wow, this poor guy. I get that. However, the world owes you nothing. The sooner you realize that, the better. And when you realize that you need to become your own doctor to truly heal, that's when things are going to start to happen. When I talk about things like circadian rhythm, my idea of circadian rhythm is much different than most people, definitely most doctors. I had a conversation with a woman last night, and she said, what did you do to become symptom-free? And I told her the 3 things that I've concentrated on: vitamin D, melatonin, and circadian rhythm, and creating all those things naturally. And she goes, I did that too. Glad it worked for you. So I asked her, I said, all right, what did you do for your circadian rhythm, melatonin, and vitamin D? Melatonin supplementation, vitamin D, and she turns her screens off a couple hours before bed. That isn't gonna cut it at all. Sorry to tell you that. Circadian rhythm is much more than just turning some screens off a couple hours before you go to bed. Why? Because your house is full of LED lights and compact fluorescent bulbs, which are giving massive amount of blue light, which is telling your melatonin to go bye-bye. Okay? I'm not going to be nice about some of this stuff sometimes because you need to hear it and you need to hear it straight. I'm a very blatant, or brutally honest person, and I make no apologies about that. When I sit down with somebody and they tell me about their health history, they tell me about their environment, I don't blow smoke and I don't sugarcoat anything. My most recent sleep client, this guy hasn't slept in almost 35 years. And I told him straight up, I said, if you follow what I tell you to do, you will sleep. I don't make guarantees, but I can almost guarantee you that you will sleep. So I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be harsh sometimes. But I'm only that way because you need to hear it. Because most of us, what we do is we hold on to our diagnosis. It becomes our identity, and then we wallow in our own misery. Perfectly fine with, being on the couch or being in bed because you hurt. I get that. But you have to take control of your own life. When you learn about your own biology and when you learn how to become your own doctor and how you can affect your own health, that's when you will start to heal. Not that there aren't great doctors out there. There are. I know that there are. There's a billion of them out there. However, very few are specialized with stuff like this stuff like I am. They don't have the skin in the game when it comes to fibromyalgia like I have. I have spent the better part of the last 9 years trying to feel like I do now. And the way that I did it was being a complete Nazi about my environment. And I mean a complete Nazi. I don't have dinner with my wife anymore because I don't eat after the sun goes down. That is how serious I am about circadian rhythm. So I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you realize that I'm not here just to be cruel. I am here to open your eyes to a different set of thinking. I'm here to bring awareness to some stuff that the medical community just isn't too keen on right now. A lot of the stuff that I study is very, very, very recent research. I mean, I just study that I read this morning is not even 3 weeks old. Okay, so you got to become your own doctor. That's how you're really going to heal. Any comments or questions, please let me know. Talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day.